My name is Marius Fitzsimons and I've been working as a guidance counsellor for the last 25 years. And during that time I can honestly say that I don't believe I've come across a student who does not want to achieve Leaving Cert results that reflect their full potential. And yet, at the same time, we all know that there are perhaps thousands of students who leave school every year who get results at the end of their school year that don't quite reflect their best efforts. And it's for this reason that we've put together this learning skills program that we believe that if you apply yourself and work through the worksheets that we're going to provide for you, this method will definitely help you achieve results that you deserve. Now, our program is really based on two main ideas. Firstly, what we want to do is invite you to examine close up and in detail at the way you go about your study. What exactly do you do when you say you study? Let's examine that very closely. And having gone through that examination, let's take a look at what changes, if any, do you need to make, do you need to bring about that will bring you closer to the goals and to the results that you want to achieve in your Leaving Cert. Now, as you're going to work through the worksheet, everything will be explained to you as we go. But the reason why we chose this particular strategy of having you look closely at the way you study and make changes based on your findings is because people in business actually do this. Sizable amount of budgets are dedicated every year to companies setting aside a strategy and a program where workers would look closely and in detail at the way they go about their business tasks. And what results from this whole process is greater efficiency and greater productivity as a result of the self-examination and the changes that they make. The business of study is no different. You too can become more productive and more efficient if you engage in this process that we're about to put before you. The second reason why we decided on this strategy is when we looked at the world of sports, we discovered that really this is the very stuff of what training is about. Can you imagine what your chance of success would be if you did not engage in training as part of your sport? And when we look and think about training, training is all about looking at the skills you're developing, looking at the skills that are weak so that you can strengthen them, looking at your strong skills so you can maximize them, and thereby increase your performance. We believe you can increase your study performance by also taking a look closely at skills where they can be strengthened and where you can maximize ones that you're strong in. And another reason why we were very attracted to this approach was because if you compare it, for example, to taking grinds, thousands of students every year resort to grinds as a way of boosting their exam results. Yet, this is another method that we firmly believe will boost your exam results, but it doesn't cost anything. Do you know that most students who take grinds and who resort to grinds spend at least €250 a year on grinds, and some of them spend over 1,000. Yet, this is another method of boosting your exam results, and it's free. Moving on to taking a look at 4 main questions that reveal themselves to you as you work through our worksheets. And the 4 questions are, first of all, what do you want? What exactly do you want from a Leaving Cert? Now, that's a question that you can say you can rattle off immediately and say, I know exactly the kind of results I want. But we believe that a realistic assessment of what you want is something that reveals itself over a couple of months when you are setting targets and getting feedback on how those targets are going and resetting them and making them realistic for yourself. And we'll show that to you as we go. The second question then that really we are all about here is asking, what are you doing? And we have a strategy developed here that will help you look closely at what you're doing when you study. And having looked closely at your study strategies and your study habits, etc., we then invite you to follow through with this strategy and sort of say, look, what exactly is it that you're doing that's helping you move towards your goals? And what is it, if anything, you're doing that might be actually blocking you on the way to achieving your goals? So becoming aware of these, your own behaviour, is something that's really, really important to the programme that we've set before you. And I hope that it'll make itself clear as we go. And the final question that really all our programme here revolves around is answering the question, what changes do you need to make as a result of your investigation that will bring about better results for you? In the same way as business people make changes to bring about greater productivity and efficiency. What greater productivity and efficiency can you bring about that will bring you closer to getting the results that you deserve?